Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. I'm GetGoodGuy, and today I'm talking about breaking the meta. Now, a meta is the generally accepted best way to play with reference to the items you select to use. In the case of Battlefield 1, those items are the components of your loadout, and the key one that has the most prominent impact is the primary weapon. In order to break the meta, you have to find a lesser used option that plays against what are commonly accepted as the best selections in an effective manner. And I think I've found one, and it's one that breaks one of my own theoretical constructs as well. As you've seen so far, the focus of this breaking of the meta is the BAR Telescopic, a weapon that sees very little usage from the Battlefield population these days, and a weapon that I used to feel had almost no purpose, hence breaking my own construct. Because since then, the game has changed a lot, with both the TTK patch altering our experience and my own personal abilities having improved and shifted. And the footage clearly shows that this weapon can be very effective irrespective of how rarely people use it. So let's get to why I think the BAR Telescopic breaks the meta. Well, just a few days ago I posted a video about why I personally find support to be the most boring class to play effectively now, and this was a sentiment that many people agreed with in the comment section. The reasons I found the class boring were the reliance upon the bipod for many LMGs and the lack of close quarters options within the class. Plus, those close quarters options generally didn't then benefit from the main strength that LMGs have had since the TTK patch, that being mid-range potency and the aforementioned bipod. Well, the BAR Telescopic has opened up new avenues for me within the support class, because where I once felt it was somewhat pointless before the TTK patch in a landscape where the BAR was essentially purely a close quarters option and other LMGs just did range work better, it now has a truly valuable place as it allows you to contest close quarters fights, mid-range fights and long-range fights in a way that almost or potentially even none of the other LMG's choices can. It's a good close quarters slaying weapon by virtue of it being a variant of the BAR, the original CQC LMG, and where other close quarters options such as the BAR Storm, the Madsen and the Parabellum are then somewhat limited in the mid to long range, the BAR Telescopic isn't. The BAR Storm doesn't have a bipod, the Madsen doesn't have a scope variant, the Parabellum has wild recoil anywhere outside of close quarters if you don't deploy the bipod. The BAR Telescopic simply doesn't have these issues, at least not to the same extent. It isn't amazingly wonderful in any particular situation, but it's solid enough that you can contest a multitude of different fights. I would, however, recommend dropping the magnification down to the lowest possible in order to make close quarters fights far easier. But besides that, the BAR Telescopic feels like it has decent hipfire and a fast time to kill that places it way above many other LMGs at close range. It can then be controlled at mid-range by pulling down against the recoil or by tap firing, and at longer range it can pick people off whilst the bipod is deployed. This collectively is very rare within the support class. The only other LMG that I feel gets near to it for this kind of versatility is the LMG 08/18, and even that doesn't feel quite as versatile and consistent as the BAR, with worse spread and horizontal recoil. Now, where the BAR does fall down is in terms of it not being your archetypal traditional LMG. It only has 20 rounds available per reload, so if you struggle with that, then the LMG 08 would likely be a far better choice for you. It also means you can't lay down suppressive fire or sit and control an area with the BAR Telescopic like you can with many other LMGs, and from time to time you're going to need to rely on your sidearm. But for being aggressive, going with the flow, or simply trying to make sure you aren't at a significant disadvantage across a multitude of scenarios, the BAR Telescopic is a great choice. Look at it this way, the TTK patch basically sliced up the classes into specific ranges. Assault at close quarters, supports at mid-range, scouts at long range, and somewhat unfortunately, medics at all ranges now. Well, the BAR Telescopic can compete at close quarters with hipfire and a solid time to kill, mid-range with reasonable recoil control and a bipod, and then long range again with the bipod and solid target acquisition. So maybe you should dust off this old timer again and see if it can help you to achieve some success in an exciting manner that most of the support class just can't these days. But this is all just my opinion. What do you think? Do you like the BAR Telescopic? Are you going to give it another try, or do you prefer other options? Let me know in the comment section below. Now we need to quickly shoot over to the Board of Awesome to show our respect to the fantastic people who choose to support the channel on Patreon. They're the main reason why you get content from this channel full time, so thanks to everyone on here. If you want to join them on the Board of Awesome, then the link to the Patreon page is in the description below and in my pinned comment, where you can support the channel from $1 a month if you so wish. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos, and feel free to like, share and subscribe. I'm GetGoodGuy, and I'll see you next time. Laters.